So this is an orthographic projection. We are doing it through the first angle projection. So this is the sketch of the views from arrow A and from the plan and from the side. So this is what we're going to do. So firstly, we draw an horizontal line of any dimension. Then from this line, I mark out a point, maybe a little bit centralized. So then I put my protractor at the point so that I can get an angle of 90-degree vertically upward. So I put my protractor at the points. Then after that, I join the points with a ruler as faint line. Now my front view will be to the left, my side view will be to my right, then the plan will be downwards. So if I get the margin will be 0.5 up, 0.5 down, also 0.5 left and right. So I join the points of intersection together with my long ruler. So this is being done. Now you can see from the diagram, the side view is taken from the left hand side. So that means when you want to draw it in first angle projection, it will be placed at your right hand side. Similarly also, if the side view is from the right hand side, that means you are doing it at the left hand side. So I make an angle of 45 degree down there. So with 45 degree, I join then and extend it downwards as a faint line. So with the sketch I have gotten from the projection itself. So I start with the front view. From the front view, I get the plan. Then from the plan, I go ahead to get the side view. So the first point there, I was able to get from my side view is totally of 3.5. So I mark 3.5 from each of those points. Then I join them together. Now those lines makes me to get my margin. So no joint should be at the middle line that I started with. So with that vertical line, all points drawn must be extended. Then upward also is also 3.5. I do the same thing and I also join and I extend too. So next, taking each of the dimension one after the other. So after 3.5, then I take another one of 2 points. Okay, from that place downwards, I take 1.4 down, 1.4 down, and I join it together as faint line. So I take 1.4 downwards from that 3.5 up there. Now, after joining and extending the line, the next thing I did, yeah. So after joining and extending the line, so these lines are faint line. So I started everything as a faint line. Now, next, from this point there, I take my 2 points. Yeah, my 2.6. So I take my 2.6 upward from there. Now, from this 2.6, I take 7.5 up. That's 0.75 centimeter. So 0.75 upward. Then I join it together. How do I get it from the ruler? I just take the space between 0.77 and 0.8. Now what's next? I'm trying to get this vertical part there. So I think that's 1.5, then 5, 1.5, and also 5. I take my ruler, I extend them. You can see all lines are being extended, but at the same time, they are also what? They are also faint lines. So what's next? I was able to go to the next parts. That's 5 and 18. So from these down parts, I mark 5, that's 0.5 centimeter, 0.5 centimeter. I join and extend with my long ruler also, 0.5. Then after the 0.5, that's 18 now is 1.8. From that 0.5, I got to 1.8, then 1.8. I also join, yeah, 1.8, making sure the dimension is correct. So I also join and extend also as faint line. There are many faint lines, but these are going to help me to get the figure itself. So that's how I start before I now taking dimension one after the other. Now I'm trying to get the thick line. Starting from here, I draw my first thick line, that's the 3.5. Then upwards, also for the height of 2.8. I join here, but I didn't join the center. So I joined that 2.8 at the left, then the 2.8 at the right. Now what next? This middle part is to be to the middle of this space here. That 5 and 5. So I join it to this inward because I already have this line just for me to join. Now what's next is this upper part. Okay, those broken lines to show that there's a hidden space that pass through the structure. So we use it with a broken line or hidden line. Next is for this upper part to get the upper circle there. So we need to centralize it. Since everything is 3.5, I was able to get the midpoints. Okay, that's okay. The middle there is 5, right? So that's 0.5. So it's 0.25. I was able to get that middle point 0.25. So I take my radius for the circle. The radius is the diameter is 9. Okay, the first one, the diameter is 15. Radius is 7.5. So I take 0.75. I draw the first circle. 0.75 to draw the first circle. 0.75 centimeter. The other one is 9. Half of 9 is 4.5. So I take radius of 0.45. So before I did that, I tried to take the distance from the midpoint. It's 0.45 up, 0.45 down. Or you can just say 0.4 up, 0.4 down, 0.4 up, 0.4 down. That's why I join. So that when I now take my circle, it must pass through those lines. So the arc must pass through those lines. So that's what I was able to do there. So with the radius of 0.4 or 0.45, I was able to get my second circle, making sure at the same time it intersects with those lines that I got there. So after getting the circle, so the next thing is to join this slant line. So it will be tangential, okay, joining the midpoint there, and at the same time joining the intersection there. So, and I also extend these parts and I extend the other parts. So this one gives me the front view. Now next is the plan. So the height downward for the plan is 2.8. So I got marked my point of 2.8. You can see I didn't start from the middle line. I leave a line, then I start from the next one. So 2.8 downwards, I join also with a faint line. Then next, trying to go with my sketch, don't forget. So trying to check how my sketch is. So from 2.8, so I firstly join I will see it as a square, first of all. So I join as a square. Then I proceed to the next part. So I join this line as broken line to show that, yeah, there's a space there that can be seen, but can't be seen from the top. So I join there as broken line, firstly. Now, for the circle rather, so I take the distance of the dimension. I measured that part, then I join together with my ruler as thick line. So next, I was able to take this dimension for this part. So I mark 0.75, 0.7 rather. So I mark 0.7 downwards, then I mark 0.7 also between those 2 points. Since the diameter there is 18, the other one is 28. So I'm trying to get the points that I can get the broken line. So this one is 5. So but this difference between 28 and 18 is 10. Divided by 2, that's 5. So that's why I take 0.5 and 0.5. And I join them together. So in between, it should be as broken line. So I join together as broken line. So this will give me for this lower part. And the next thing is these other two lines. That's from that face to the left, those last ones to the left and to the right. So next from there, I was able to try to get the dimension. 28 minus 5, that's 23 divided by 2, 1.15. So mostly 1.1. So I mark 1.1 downwards, 1.1 upwards. I do the same thing to the other points also at the other side, then I intersect them with a long ruler. That's 1.15 or 1.1. So I also join as faint line. Then after that, in between there, it will be a stick line. Just in between, it will be a stick line. So that gives me the plan. Then next, I go ahead to get the side view. Now for the side view also from my sketch, trying to take it as it is. That down part I will be seeing it as a circle, then the other parts too. So I firstly mark 2.8 so that I can get the total width of that side. So I get my 2.8 and I extend it downwards. It's going to intersect with the one from the plan also. So then next, I'm trying to get that upper part, but so I think I started with the circle. So 2.8, half of 2.8 is 1.4. So firstly, I'm trying to get my point of 1.4. So my midpoint. So I mark 1.4, 1.4. Then I join and extend together as faint line. So then I take my compass with a radius of 1.4, making this my midpoint. Then I draw a circle. That circle intersects the line downwards and also the line upwards. So joining together as a thick line, I was able to get that circular part. Then after that, the other one is of radius 9, that's 0.9. Diameter is 18, that means radius is what? Radius is 9. So I take my radius of 0.9, put it at the same midpoint, then I get the second circle. That second circle at the same time, it also intersects with the two faint lines that I have earlier from my front view. Now after this, getting the those two parts, so if I extend those edges downwards, it also intersects with the one that comes from where? From my plan. Now what is next? So the next thing to be done is to get this upper part here. Now the total height there is 19. 19 divided by 2, I was able to get 9.5. So that means I'm marking 0.95 from that midpoint of that sphere there. So 0.95 to the left, 0.95 to the right. I do the same thing downwards so that I can join them together as faint line. Now for easier view, so from the midpoint, as I said earlier, 0.95 to the left and to the right. From that midpoint of that side view, I join together as faint line. I join together as faint line. I only need it to this place. That's why I didn't draw it completely downward for some of them. So now what is next? To get the upper parts, so so I'm trying to get the square at that upper part. The distance there remains. So I'm trying to locate the distance. I was able to get that distance to be 0.5 there. That will be the height of this place. So from that 0.5 now, I have that part. Yeah, 0.5. Now what next? Up there, I'll be seeing it as a square. Oh, no, not a square per se, but I'll be seeing it as a rectangle. So I join a stick line. Then from this depth also of that 0.5, I join a stick line. The other one also a stick line. Then now the lower part will not be joined yet because something has to be done. Now there's a line that passed through, but we are going to get that through construction. Now the line is 5, right? So I did 0.25 here to my left and to my right. That's what I did, right? Okay. So I did 0.25 to my left and 0.25 to my right. I did the same thing at the other part also. Then I joined them together. I made a little error in trying to get the measurements at the right hand side. I think so. But know that at the left hand side is 0.25, at the right hand side 0.25. That's why that whole line is a little bit, yeah. So next, I join this part and I join this also. Then I get my broken line from the edge of the circle there, from the front view, to show that there is a hidden space between the structure. Then I join the intersection to the left, the intersection to the right. Then I observe that the structure is a little bit as it to the left. So I try to adjust the circle a little. So this is orthographic projection in first angle projection. So if you are seeing the diagram down there, we view it from this front view. So when we take it from the front, from your right hand side, that's what you are going to see as the first diagram there for your front. Then when you view it from your left hand side, that's what we have as the side view. So from left hand side is the side view. But I said when you are taking the view, if your plane of view or your side of view is from the left hand side in first angle, that means your side view will be located at your right hand side. Then the same thing for your plan. But your plan will be downwards for first angle projection. And this is a symbol. The symbol is just like a sketch of a representation of the projection. Assuming it's third angle, that means the circle will come first before this symbol. So, but first angle, that's how we represent. And also the question I'll say we should add 10 dimensioning. That we should add 10 dimensions to the drawing. So I'm trying to add the dimensions to each of them. These are standard ways of adding dimensions. You don't add the dimension on the object itself mostly. You add your dimension outside. So that's also one of the application of these lines. So these are orthographic projection through the first angle projection. So you getting each of the points and one after the other. This point is 26 and the other one also. So I'm getting the diameter. The diameter will represent it as a symbol. The symbol like a circle stroke to show that it's a diameter. That's diameter 18. The other diameter, the longer one, also represented as a circle stroke, is of diameter 28. Now in the question, you may not always be asked to add your dimension. If dimensioning are not needed, you will not put them. But if dimensioning are requested, this is the standard way of putting your dimensions. So you can see how I represent my dimension for diameter, trying to get a line across, and no dimensioning is done on the object itself, but rather outside the object. Now, to get the 10th one, I also get one from the plan also, and I was able to get the numbering for the dimensioning for each of the structure. So you can see the front view to the left hand side, the side view to the right hand side, and the plan downwards. Those broken lines, what is their usefulness? Is to show that there is a hidden space within the structure, a hidden space within the structure that cannot be seen from your plane of sight, but it can be seen from the other parts. And you can see those circles there. For example, the front view, the circle up there can only be seen from one part, from one view, can only be seen from the front view. But at the plan and at the side, it will be what? It will be broken line. So this is what I have for you today. So do follow, share, and subscribe for more videos. And I also take tutorial section.